Hello, kaymade-tech here. All right, so in our last video, we configured the Wazuh agent on endpoints, and in the previous video, we configured Wazuh on Hyper-V. So now, in our next video, what we intend to do is to use that's the last line on my whiteboard, use case and benefits of Wazuh. So we're going to go into each of these components like threat detection and response, file integrity monitoring, log analysis and security event correlation, vulnerability detection, compliance, and integration with SIEMs. All right, so let me pull up Wazuh here on my Kali. Let's log in. Also, I just want to show this to you, but we're gonna do most of these things on my Oracle Virtual Box Manager. I also have, so I just recently installed Wazuh on my Hyper-V in order for me to show you how to go about the installation, the configuration. I usually prefer to use my Oracle VirtualBox for all my troubleshooting. So as you can see, I have my Wazuh here. All right. Okay, so let's refresh this. So I went ahead to add more agents. And once this comes up, you will see that I think I have a total of 9 agents now. 9 agents. Let me see. Right. Let's see. Bank. Let's log in. I just want to show that to you. Then I will move over to my Oracle virtual box and we'll do all the troubleshooting from there. Yeah, because I've already configured that. So these are just new installs. I wanted to take you through the beginning. So I will go into what's the name? I'll be going into the use cases and benefits of Wazuh on the Oracle. All right, so this is where we at. So it tells us I decided to use my Ubuntu. So it tells us we have 5 active, and it gives us all the actives. Okay, so basically this is what it looks like when you have actives. And let's just go back here quickly. So these are the things we're going to take a look at: scans, malware detection, threat hunt, vulnerability detection, file integrity monitoring. These are the compliance: PCI DSS, GDPR, HIPAA, NIST 800, then this cloud securities. So basically, we are going to, that's my whiteboard. We're going to just work on some of these things using the Wazuh. Okay. So like I said, I will jumpstart my Oracle VirtualBox. Yeah, because this is in a controlled environment and it's easier for me to, and because I have attack machines here. I also have vulnerable machines. So I will be able to work with that. So I will shut down the Hyper-V and launch Oracle. I will be back. All right. So I am back. So started, I've started Wazuh on my Oracle VirtualBox Manager. All right. So where are we? So like I explained, I've already installed it. We have configured the agents. Now is to use the use cases and benefits. So I did start Wazuh already. So have all this. So go to business of the day. Let's go. So scan. We can easily scan, select the scan parrot since it's active, refresh, scan. Let's tell it. All right, so it has scanned. So it tells us that in this situation, 71 has passed, 109 have failed. So we can easily troubleshoot to find out why it failed. As you can see here, pick this. It says rationale, making backslash temp its own file system allows an administrator to set additional mount options such as the no eggs options on mount remediation. First, ensure that the system D is correctly configured to ensure that backslash temp will be mounted at boot time. So these are the things it also gives us what to do. All right. So the next thing, I think into pull this up, threat detection and response. Detect malware. Malware detection. This is where we can detect malware from. Let's see events. We're still using Ubuntu here. So files hidden inside file LB. Says that it's host-based anomaly detection. So it detects things. And these are all what he has detected. And this is Trojan version of file detected. So these are things we need to work with. Let's go here. View. So it gives us a more detailed document. Right. So let's go forward. File integrity monitor. We're gonna use Ubuntu again. Let's go back to click. Yeah, file integrity. Okay, we don't have any. I mean, so basically, this is how you go through it. Let's give it a few minutes. Let's see what's next. Bug analysis and security event correlation. Awesome. That's a very interesting one. Let me pull up this. So this is the Wazuh server. So we'll go to CD. That's var. Let's go sec. Then we're going to go to etc. Yes, we're looking for the OSEC dot configuration file. That's do nano. Let me SSH at all right. So this eventually happened. So this is what it tells us. This is the file integrity monitoring. It tells us when last it was modified, as you can see here. So it's something you can always verify just to be sure that it's in line with the modification. All right. So that is file integrity. So I guess I'm on the next one, which is log analysis. That's the next one I want to explain to you. Okay, so finally open. So in here, right? In here, so this is the OSEC configuration file. This is how it logs information to this is how it correlates information. So as you see, port 514, that's for syslog, and this sends um everything to the security onion, which the IP address is 192.168.56.50, and it collects this IP, this port number 1514. This is for the Wazuh. So this port number is on each workstation. So it correlates, it sends information to the Wazuh server. So port 1514 1514 is for Wazuh, while port 514 is for Wazuh. So this is how it correlates logs. So let's go to the next thing. Vulnerability detection. Vulnerability detection. So this is where we need to get that. So it gives us the CVE, tells us what is critical, what is high, what is medium, and what is low for Ubuntu. Okay, so this is the Ubuntu OS, and it gives us all the information we need. Right, so the next one, compliance. Compliance, we did see that back here. I'm going to run, this is where compliance is. This is all that has to do with compliance: PCI, DSS, GDPR, HIPAA, NIST. All right, so this is where we Wazuh helps us with compliance. And finally, the integration with SIMs. And that's what I discussed when I pulled up the what's the name? Where's that Wazuh? This is this is where it integrates with SIMs. This is where it sends the SIM information. Okay. And if we let me pull this quickly. Up Wireshark, we'll see where these informations are being sent. So see, you should notice something called syslog. So that's where it correlates with syslog. And when you see port 161514, that has to do with Wazuh. And you will also see the Wazuh IP address. So this is, give me a second. Let me put this so we can see. All right, so now let's, in order to see syslog, so this is Wazuh here. So you see the port address I talked about, 151514. So this computer, port 140, sends data to Wazuh on port 1514, and also on IP address that ends with 167. Go. So this is port IP169, which is for the Kali. It sends also to 167 on port 514. So this is Kali here. I think should, okay. This is the IP address for the Parrot 145. Sends also information to data to one port 1514 IP address that ends with .167. All right, look for syslog. Syslog. Yeah, sorry about that. Syslog won't show because my security onions isn't up and running. If I power that up now, you should see syslog. So let's go ahead and power that up. Once that comes up, I'll run this again and you will begin to see syslog. All right, so the system is up, and let's go back to Wireshark, start it. So you should see syslog. All right, as you can see, these are all syslogs, port 150. Let me pause it here. You see, syslog. So data is being correlated through um, syslog, which is port 514, and this is the IP address for the security onion. While that is happening, have Wazuh also working on its own here. All right, so this is just the brief workings of Wazuh. It's something very interesting. Once you have an opportunity, it will be good for you to install it and in the practice. All right, so this is where this video is going to end. If you did like it, please share, subscribe, and give us feedback.